Hi everyone, and thank you so much for watching my channel, The Witty Turtle. My name is Anvesha and right now I'm a CMA finalist. So in this video, I'm going to discuss what was my strategy for examination and what I think after the results, that where did I score well and where did I score less, right? You must be remembering that in the month of December, I had done a video where I had mentioned that I do not have any positive expectation from this examination. So every day after the examination, I used to come back home and I used to write down everything, like in which question I have written what, and how much marks I'm expecting in which question. And accordingly, I had done an experiment in the first paper, that was paper number 5, which is your financial accounting, and in the paper number 8, that is your cost accounting. So through which I can understand how the papers are being corrected, and how will you get marks and how will you lose marks, right? So before starting the video, I would like you guys to know about this CA Intermediate Mega Combat, which is going to be conducted on 27th February, that is Sunday, at 12 p.m., where you have to solve 40 questions in a time span of 60 minutes, that is 1 hour. And you can win a scholarship from a pool of rupees 1 crores. Also, Unacademy is starting the Team Dominators batch, which is a comprehensive batch for CA Intermediate Group 1 students who are going to appear for November 2022 attempt. And this batch has started from 23rd February 2022. This is your chance to learn from India's top educators, and you can crack your November 22 exam with flying colors. Another comprehensive batch named as Phoenix Mahabali batch, which is for CA Intermediate Group 2 students, has also started from 23rd of February 2022, and it is meant for November 22 attempt students. You can get the plus subscription for CA Intermediate at rupees 1125 per month for 24 months, and likewise you can get the iconic subscription for CA Intermediate at rupees 2583 per month for 24 months. And you can avail a discount of 10% if you use my coupon code ANVESHA10. If you are confused what to do after your CA intermediate exams, then here is the articleship summit where you can get free sessions from top educators and AIR holders. Call on the given number to get more details. So without any further delay, let's get started with the video. So the first point that I'm going to discuss is the strategy for accounting and the strategy for cost accounting. Coming to the first paper, that is your financial accounting. So see, you have to make some strategies in the examination hall itself, right? So when I saw the question paper, I realized that yes, in this question paper I do not know many questions, but I will focus on those questions which I know that yes, these questions are going to be right, these questions are going to be correct, right? So what I did, I just ignored those 25 marks which I knew that I won't be able to solve, and I focused on the rest 75 marks. Okay. And another thing that I did in financial accounting, I knew that I'm not very strong in financial accounting. So if I target all the questions, then I might lose some important marks. So I focused on accuracy, राइट लाइक मुझे ये पता था अगर मैं 10 क्वेश्चंस करूँगी सो उसमें से मेरे 5 या 6 क्वेश्चंस करेक्ट होने के चांसेस हैं. सो आई फोकस्ड ऑन ओनली दोज 5 and 6 questions. So what I did, I typed all the solutions. Okay, like if there is a P&L account, then I wrote everything in a tabular format. I know it is very difficult to make a table because they don't have any insert option or anything like that, but yes, you have to make an imaginary table. Okay, and you have to put the values so that the examiner will get to know that yes, the student is knowing the answer, and the student is trying to trying to show or trying to demonstrate the answer in the computer itself. Okay, so first make solve the questions in the rough paper, and then if you have time and you know that yes, my answer is correct, then type the answer. Don't write only answer. Okay, so this way what happens, if there is a question of 6 marks, then even if your answer is correct, it depends on the examiner. Like if he's lenient, then he might give you good marks, he might give you 5 or 6 out of that. But if the examiner is not lenient, then he might not give you the full marks, right? And similarly in paper 8, that is your cost accounting, I knew that yes, if there are 10 questions, then the probability for getting a correct answer for me is 8 out of 10. So what I did, I tried to solve all the questions and I typed the full answer of only a few questions, and I wrote the final answer of some of the questions. Like agar 10 questions hain, so I focused on 5 questions which I typed completely on the computer, and the rest 3 or 4 questions I wrote only the final answer, right? So this way what happens, for me cost is my favorite subject and cost is my strongest paper. So I made a strategy that yes, इस पेपर में क्योंकि मेरे आंसर्स करेक्ट होने का प्रोबेबिलिटी ज़्यादा है, सो आई अटेम्प्ट मोर क्वेश्चंस एंड आई ट्राई टू राइट द फाइनल आंसर ओनली. ओके, सो व्हाट हैपन्स, अगर आपका कोई पेपर है इन विच यू आर वेरी वीक, सो if you write like all the steps, then there might be a chance of step marking depending upon the mindset of the examiner, right? Okay, the second point is that coming to the papers like audit, OM, SM. Okay, so these are 3 subjects, even though these are 2 papers, but these are 3 subjects. In these subjects what I did not memorize everything. I had not मैंने रट्टा नहीं मारा था उसको. So what I did, I had understood everything conceptually and I tried to write everything in my own language. Like I had memorized a few steps, like what are the keywords and all, and I wrote those keywords in my own language. So this way what happens, your answer looks a bit convincing to the examiner, right? So this is the tip for audit, OM and SM. The next paper is direct taxation. In direct taxation, practice is the only key. You have to practice as many questions as possible. So many of the students are asking me where to practice questions from. See, you have to join various telegram groups, or in सारे telegram groups में ना they keep circulating some like question banks or study material of different faculties. So you can get all those study materials for free and you just start solving. और टेलीग्राम ग्रुप में तो इतने स्टूडेंट्स होते हैं, आपको कहीं पर कुछ भी डाउट होता है, एक क्वेश्चन भेज दो, कोई ना कोई तो उसका सोल्यूशन दे ही देगा, है ना? सो फॉर डीटी, प्रैक्टिस इज द ओनली की. नेक्स्ट पेपर इज योर आईडीटी. आईडीटी में क्या करना है, देर आर लाइक अ फ्यू चैप्टर्स जिसमें से क्वेश्चंस आएंगे ही आएंगे. लाइक देर इज योर बेसिक्स ऑफ जीएसटी, देन यू हैव लेवी एंड कलेक्शन, देन यू हैव टाइम, वैल्यू एंड प्लेस ऑफ सप्लाई, एंड इन सब के बाद और क्या है, आईटीसी, इनपुट टैक्स क्रेडिट, एंड लास्टली आपका कस्टम्स, राइट? यू कैन नॉट इग्नोर कस्टम्स बिकॉज दे आर गिविंग क्वेश्चंस इन सच अ वे दैट अगर आपने कस्टम्स को इग्नोर कर दिया है तो कस्टम्स के साथ जो दूसरा क्वेश्चन होगा, यू कैन नॉट ऑल्सो अटेम्प्ट दैट क्वेश्चन, राइट? सो it is very important that you focus on these 5 chapters from GST and all the portions of customs, right? So this is the strategy, this should be the strategy for ITT. Then the next paper is law. Okay, so for me law paper was like, oh my god, उसमें अगर एक मार्क भी कम होता तो ख़त्म हो जाता सब. सो लॉ के लिए मैं बस इतना ही बोलूँगी, लॉ में कौन सा चीज़ मेरे को बचा के रखा, दैट वॉज योर MCQ, बिकॉज आई वॉज वेरी कॉन्फिडेंट अबाउट द MCQs, क्योंकि लॉ में ना कुछ ही MCQs होते हैं, राइट? इट्स नॉट लाइक एनी न्यूमेरिकल की कहीं से भी वो लोग डाल देंगे. लॉ में इट इज़ फिक्स्ड, इट इज़ क्वाइट फिक्स्ड कि हाँ चलो इतने MCQs हैं, तो 20 में से लेट्स से 4 MCQs बाहर से आएंगे, but the rest 16 MCQs will be from somewhere which is around you, from any of the material which you can get access to, right? So for law paper, again and again I am saying this in every video I guess, MCQs, ethics, directors, and lastly your industrial law, these are very important. I had ignored industrial law, I did face a problem in that, even though payment of gratuity act में पढ़ के गई थी and that only came in the examination. So but still you cannot ignore your industrial law as well, right? Now the next thing is that Uh, for paper number 5, paper number 8 and paper number 10, many students are asking me like which book should we follow. Like we're not getting all the questions from the study material itself. So yes, for paper number 5, 8 and 10, I had followed a few books. Like financial accounting ke liye I had followed only one book, and for cost accounting I had followed two books, right? Which I think कॉस्ट अकाउंटिंग का जो बुक था दैट वाज फ्रॉम टैक्समैन, और फाइनेंशियल अकाउंटिंग का जो बुक था दैट वाज KL नारंग एंड सम जैन. ओके, so these two books I followed. And the next thing is that when you see the question paper, so at that moment only you have to make a strategy. Like yes, if from 10 questions I know that 5 questions I can do for sure, then I would definitely go first for those 5 questions. Okay, so you have to identify what are the sure short questions for you, and you have to attempt them. Now another point is that just try to take a copy and note down everything whatever I'm saying. The next thing is that if you get time after completing your syllabus, after completing the RTP, MTP, your workbook and your scanners, then go for CA questions. Like CA के book में जो questions है, एक दो important questions, or you can go for the MTPs issued by CA Institute, because in financial accounting I think we got 2 questions from MTP of CA, right? So if you have time, then go for CA questions. Now another thing, in the examination, don't leave any question. Like case study है या कोई question है, आपको कुछ नहीं आ रहा है, so don't leave those questions. आप कुछ भी उसमें लिख कर आओ. Just try to write anything relevant. ऐसा नहीं कि कुछ भी लिख दो, but try to write something, try to add some value to that answer, right? So what happens, it depends on your luck पे भी depend करता है वो, कि अगर आपने लिखा है so उसमें मार्क्स मिलने के चांसेस होते हैं. The next thing is that many students are asking me like what should be our typing speed and all. So I would say that typing speed अगर आपका average है then it's perfectly fine. You can answer all the questions in the examination if you have an average typing speed, right? Or every day just try to solve some questions on the computer, especially the numericals, because टाइप करने में टाइम लगता है न्यूमेरिकल्स में. थियोरी में तो कुछ नहीं है, आप आँख बंद करके भी टाइप कर सकते हो. सो घर पे जब आप प्रैक्टिस कर रहे हो, इफ़ यू हैव कंप्यूटर, then try to type the numericals. Okay, so what happens, your typing speed in the examination can save a lot of time. Another thing is that case study के जो questions आते हैं in section D, so even if you are not able to solve the entire question, just try to solve some part of the question, or like if they have 4 questions, and then try to solve at least 2 questions. So what happens, it leaves an impression that yes, the student has tried. So this is what I did in all the papers. Like कुछ आता हो नहीं आता हो, मैंने केस स्टडी में जितना मेरे से हुआ ना, मैंने उतना किया था. Okay, so I think that somewhere worked. And lastly, after seeing the question paper, you have to make a strategy कि कौन सा क्वेश्चन करना है, which question should I leave, and I should devote how many minutes to which question. Okay, so in paper number 10, that is your CMA FM, in that paper I completely failed in proper time management, because I think while solving the first 2 sections, those are for 40 marks, I lost 1.5 hours, right? So that was a major setback. So I want you guys to not repeat this mistake that I had done. Okay, so yes, these are the major takeaways that I inferred after getting my result, like which strategy of mine worked and which strategy of mine failed, right? So if you find this video helpful, then please hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, The Witty Turtle, and also don't forget to share this video with your friends who are going to appear in CMA Intermediate. And you can also follow me on Instagram. I'm really posting some good content over there. So you can find the link for all my social media handles in the description box below. So don't forget to check them out.